Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Travisa, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all of your support in that way really helps me remain motivated to continue making these type of videos on this channel, on YouTube, consistently covering Bangladesh cricket in English. So once again, really sorry for the delay, but just a heads up, the delays are going to come now because things have suddenly picked up for me tremendously. So obviously my research and my work comes first before covering Bangladesh cricket, obviously, because that's the whole reason I'm here. So anyways, this one is going to cover the Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka match, and this is just my very quick thoughts because we're getting close to the Bangladesh versus England match, and yeah, this is going to be the only video like up until the Bangladesh versus Indian match. Oh, sorry, Bangladesh versus England match. I'm sorry, and yeah, this is only going to be one take, no jump cuts. So Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. Now, Bangladesh didn't do that bad. I mean, we've all seen the media, we've all seen what even cricket experts like Wasim Akram is saying, and by the way, Mushfiqur Rahim, you might want to take that look yourself in the mirror phrase back, especially if Wasim Akram is saying that what is the point of Liton Das being in the side? You might want to take that back, buddy. Okay, so, but apart from that, Mohammad Naeem played well. Shakib Al Hasan, well, he tried to up the ante, but couldn't do it. Mushfiqur Rahim played well. The others, they played well. So batting wise, we actually got a good total. In terms of I believe 171 was it, yeah. So that was a good total, and even on this pitch, given the match you saw today between Pakistan and New Zealand. By the way, congratulations to Pakistan once again. Good Lord, you guys are on a roll, and right now I feel that Pakistan are a shoo-in completely for the semi-final spot from this group. This leaves only one spot open. My prediction, it can either be India, New Zealand, or Afghanistan. Don't write out Afghanistan. But anyways, just look at that Pakistan match. To get 170 plus on that type of wicket, that's actually pretty good. But you should also have the bowling capabilities firing at the same time to win the match, because if you bowl very well but bat poorly, you lose the match. If you bat very well and bowl poorly, you lose the match. The end result is losing the match, and in the end, it doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter how much blood, sweat and tears you put in compared to how many matches you're winning, because the underlying factor that the entire world is seeing is how many matches you are winning. The trophy, the point system is based on how many matches you're winning, and this is why a lot of Bangladeshi fans are angry. Some of them go overboard, and I obviously don't encourage that. But see, I watched some of the post-match interviews with some of the Bangladeshi workers. One of them said that their Bangladeshi bosses let them out, let them out, but the Indian bosses did not let them out. Now they actually use a very self-deprecating and self-degrading word, and I did not learn the meaning of this word until I came to Florida. Not even in the UK, not even Washington DC. Until I came to Florida, I did not realize the meaning of this word because I'm not an Arabic speaker. The word they use is arbab. Yes, if any one of you know what arbab means, you will know that that is one of the most self-deprecating words that you can ever use to to describe the relation between you and your boss, calling your boss Arbab. But anyways, I felt specifically for those people because, believe it or not, Bangladeshis have to go through a lot more nonsense than a lot of other people have to go through in the Middle Eastern regions. But they still make the sacrifice. They still are willing to take all the negativity that comes with their decision to come and support Bangladesh just to see Bangladesh lose the way they did. So obviously they're going to be heartbroken because they invested so much to support Bangladesh, but they did not get that return back. Yes, obviously they're going to be angry. And yes, it's a game, but for us South Asian people, we take it as more than a game. We take it as something to temporarily make us feel like champions. And this is why, like when the javelin thrower in India got that, world record and whatnot, when people in Pakistan, see, the subcontinental people generally, they are a huge fan of the vicarious aspect of psychology, that they want to live through other people's success. Obviously not through failures, because no one wants to boast about failures. No one wants to be glorified about failures. People want to be glorified and known for successes, because you as a human being, you generally tend to avoid the negative and gravitate towards the positive. But anyways, getting back to this match, all was going well. Shakib even came back and got those 2 wickets using his expertise. And some people are crucifying Mahmudullah for, putting himself on and bring on Afif Hussain. I'm like, listen, Afif did not tell Litton to drop those catches. Mahmudullah did not tell Litton to drop those catches. So the plan, if the catches hadn't been dropped, worked. But the catches were dropped. And see, at the end, I know someone is going to have a bad day, okay? Even your best players are going to have a bad day. Even someone as good as Virat Kohli is going to go through a bad patch. Okay? This happened with Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, Samath Jayasuriya, Muralidharan, okay? Shane Warne, okay? You name it. It happened with good players. They go through bad patches. But for this specific tournament, can you actually afford to allow a player time to come out of his bad patch whilst costing the team, instead of going home or sitting on the sideline and working on himself, on self-improvement, on how to get out of this bad patch? I don't think Bangladesh have the resources and the leeway to afford that if they're completely serious about making it to the semifinals. And speaking of semifinals, now I've heard there's a new change, because apparently Mohammad Saifuddin is injured again, and which begs the question, like, really, man, Mohammad Saifuddin, you are not even that fast a bowler. What is it that's causing you so much injury again and again and again? You're not that fast a bowler. Okay, when I used to bowl in the nets, okay, when I used to do medium fast bowling, even off spin, leg spin bowling, when I used to bowl in Abu Dhabi, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours in the blistering sun, I never faced the back injury issues, like to a point where it's debilitating, back injury issues or knee injury issues or anything like that, to the best of my recollection. Even when I was playing for Yorkshire County, I did not face these issues. So I'm like, are they not training you right, or are they overtraining you, or what's going on, Mohammad Saifuddin? But anyways, Mohammad Saifuddin is going to be replaced by Rubul Hussain. This is really a I won't call it a double-edged sword. I'll call it a double-barreled gun. Okay, the gun has two barrels. One is pointing towards you. One is pointing towards the enemy. And like it's like just for less threatening, it's a pallet gun. Now you pull the trigger. You don't know from which end the pallet is gonna come out. It might backfire or it might front fire. Because Rubel Hussain doesn't have a good economy in T20 and also has a tendency of not being that good in T20s. Slightly better in ODI, but in T20 he is so trigger happy with short pitch deliveries that one of the reasons if Bangladesh loses, it's going to be Rubel Hussain's high economy rate against England. So Bangladesh essentially were a little bamboozled. And by the way, congratulations to Sri Lanka. I mentioned this before. They have big hitters and they have a very strong middle order that can bail them out of many situations. So congratulations to Sri Lanka for winning the match the way they did. And like I mentioned in my previous video, I was boiling with rage until I saw India get humiliated by Pakistan. And then I realized, listen, even teams as big as India can have absolutely humiliating moments. And by the way, one of the best moments I liked about the celebration was when the Pakistani crowd are going, "Kitne aadmi the?" And I'm like, oh God, you didn't just go there. But anyways, Bangladesh now completely, they have to prove to themselves that they can hang in this tournament instead of like focusing on what trolls and social media people are telling them. In the end, if they perform well, because Bangladesh, they're also putting a lot into these players. They're not putting it into these players just for them to work hard and fail. They're putting a lot into these players for them to work hard and succeed. And before they say you don't know what the pain is, I'm like, bro, listen, man. You don't see other teams complaining to this degree. And you think those other team players did not sacrifice almost as much as you? Like, come on, man. Come on. So, against England, honestly, I think Bangladesh are going to lose. If Bangladesh have to win, everything must fire at the same time. Okay? For one, their opening needs to fire because it looks like they might actually stick with Lirandas. So their opening needs to fire. Lirandas needs to perform. Okay, and if they win, I have a feeling Shakib Al Hasan will also factor in that somehow. Maybe even get another man of the match, proving once again that Shakib Al Hasan is undoubtedly the greatest all-round cricketer alive, or not alive, playing the game today. It's just that the team around him doesn't seem to be performing that well or to that caliber as much. The openers need to fire. Okay. I think Nurul Hasan should bat ahead of Afif Hussain because Nurul Hasan is a bit more known for his batting, I believe, or his big hitting. The bowlers need to be economical and no dropped catches. Yeah, I saw that Mashrafi Murtaza tweet that after the 2019 World Cup, everyone was let go except the fielding coach. The fielding coach that was partially held responsible by many for the lackluster performance we had on the field in the 2019 World Cup. Everyone was let go except for him. Makes you wonder, maybe a lot of things behind the scenes is going on that we don't know about, and maybe it is time that public pressure corrects those mistakes. Please do let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and as always, please do hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as it really helps me remain motivated to continue making these type of videos, and also making them faster. I'm trying to get to at least 230 subscribers by the end of this year, and I don't know, depending on how many subscribers I get, I might actually continue my work on the tech and music video, because honestly, if it's not helping my channel grow, then like even a little bit, then I don't see the point in it. All right, guys. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and let's have a healthy discussion. This is your Both on Free Side, signing out.